Today on the channel, from the brand new Marvel Legends House of X set, we've got Wolverine! Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for a Marvel Legends unboxing. Some of my favorite unboxings we do on the channel is when a new Marvel Legends wave hits the retail pegs, I get to pick them up and I can unbox them and play with them and all that fun stuff. And today, we're doing a Marvel Legends X-Men wave. We're talking House of X, and we're going to start it off with Wolverine, my favorite character of all time. But remember, for all your Marvel Legends needs, make sure you hit up Big Bad Toy Store. Link in the description below. So this is an interesting set. I liken this set to the Age of Apocalypse set from last year. Mixed results, mixed feedback on the Age of Apocalypse set. Very similar to this House of X set. Some people are in the same camp. It's funny. If I had to choose between the two, I'm all in on Age of Apocalypse. Age of Apocalypse was my wheelhouse. I was collecting comics. I was knee-deep in comics every single week back then. I had every issue, everything that related to the Age of Apocalypse. So I'm very, very familiar with that story. And that would be the end to this House of X Yang, which I am not super familiar with this story. I know a little bit enough to be dangerous, I guess. I kind of follow along in blurbs, reading little blurbs here and there about what's going on. But I do not read the comics these days. Just don't have the time, unfortunately. And then the artwork's just not what I miss that 80s, 90s artwork. I don't know. I need to get with the times. Times change. You got to update it and all that stuff. But House of X, it's a different kind of timeline. Moira McTaggart's a big part of it. We'll unbox her on the channel and the whole set as well. But I am by no means an expert on the House of X. I'm going to tell you that right now. But I do know all the characters. I will take it for what it is as far as figure, line, and what. But I do liken this set to the Age of Apocalypse set. I think it's a very similar type thing. It's an offshoot X-Men type set that some people like, some people don't. But I love the Marvel Legends team for taking chances. And I don't know if this is a huge chance they're taking, like maybe that Externals set that's coming out maybe sometime this year. I'm sure we'll talk much more about that down the line. But Wolverine, that's one character I know about, one character I absolutely love. Had to start with Wolverine. Of note, he is the only figure in this line that does not come with the Build-A-Figure piece. And we'll do it at the end. We'll do a video where we do the Build-A-Figure, and then we'll rank the whole set in order. So be on the lookout for that towards the end, as I'll be doing these each day. So there you have it. So let's take a look like we normally do. We're going to take a look at the box, and then we're going to open the packaging up. One thing of note, this is the first set in a long time. I haven't just luckily walked into a store or somewhere and found the whole set like that. This one actually, it took me a couple of trips to different stores to find the whole set. So very interesting on this one, but just kind of dumb luck. That's the hunter's luck. Sometimes you get lucky, sometimes it takes a little bit long. That's the fun of it. So there you go. So there's old Wolverine. I like to say his traditional brown suit. It's hard for me still coming into Marvel X-Men comics and Wolverine in the, I want to say mid-late 80s, I guess we'll call it. Probably 88, probably. It's funny as I always think of this as Wolverine's old suit. But obviously the yellow suit was his first suit. This was the updated suit. And I have no problems with this suit, but I always say the yellow suit is my Wolverine. But I do like this suit as well. We have had this suit in the past on the retro card and a part of a Legends wave as well. But this is a different figure. This is based off the X-Force Wolverine we got a few years ago, and we'll show that here once we get these open. I do like that X-Force Wolverine. I think it is a sleeper Wolverine figure, and I like that this is based off of that body, especially the claws. I think these claws set on this Wolverine are very underrated. I'm anxious to look at these heads up close as well. I like the old man Wolverine head sculpts, and this looks like to be an old man Wolverine. So there you go. But besides that, traditional Marvel Legends packaging, we're used to that by now. You got the X logo in the back there, little House of X here. You got the Krakoan dialogue down here, which just throws people off. I think on one of the Marvel Legends live streams, the Hasbro team, they were talking about how they would confuse parents with this, saying, what the heck does that say? They'll have to look at it a few times. Obviously, it's a made-up language. So there you go. I got the X logo on the top there, which is cool to see. A little glamour shot of Wolverine in action. And we got the same thing on the other side, of course, with the House of X logo down below. Warnings down below nobody cares about. And then there's the back. we'll read that little blurb there. You got the little circle glamour shot. You got the Build-A-Figure down here. As I said, Wolverine does not come with the Build-A-Figure pieces. Then you got the whole lineup down below. A very big set, 7-figure set. Very cool. Usually we're used to 6-figure sets. It's really 8 figures when you count the Build-A-Figure. It'll be interesting if this does get a Wave 2 release of this line. We'll see. You never know. Let me open this guy up. Get down to the business. Wait, I didn't read the back. What am I doing? I'm just so anxious. I got to read the back here. Wolverine. With adamantium claws unleashed, Logan is prepared to make the ultimate sacrifice in the fight for freedom for all mutants. So there you go. Nothing else really to say there. Marvel's Tri-Sentinel is the Build-A-Figure. There it is. See you later. A little plastic prison, but there's that background. House of X with the Krakoan language up top. See you later. All right, we got Wolverine. We got a smiling head and maybe a more downer head, a frown type head. There it is there. Like I said, it's his brown suit. We're used to his brown suit. We've had it a few times. Pop it out. I believe Wolverine is either 2 or 3 per case. So this will be definitely the easiest one to find. See you later. I would say he will be the peg warmer, but he is Wolverine. He is probably the most popular character, I would say, in the X-Men universe. Definitely for me. So I do foresee him to fly off the shelves at a pretty good clip. And like I said, I'm not surprised I like this Wolverine. I'm a little biased. Wolverine is my favorite. I like the brown suit. I do love the X-Force version of this, like I said. So I love that. I already love this mold. I love the hair on the arms. I love these claws. Much deeper, much bigger claws than your traditional ones. I just think they look more menacing. I like the smiling head scan. Ooh, I don't know which one to do. I like the smiling one. It's very cool looking. But I also like the one with the gray goatee, the old man, Logan. Very, very cool. I might have to grab one of my old man Logan figures and put an old man Logan head on here too, just to see what that looks like. I'll save that for the glamour shots maybe. But yeah, both head scans are awesome. And the paint applications on this one are very good as well. I don't see any issues here. Take that back. I got a little yellow over spot there. Nothing real terrible. And then a little brown-yellow mix here. But really, you have to really search for it. So that's okay. Well, it's not okay. We don't want that ever. But we've definitely seen worse. I'm the worst proponent of it. I say it all the time. When you buy your figures on the pegs, if you got multiple options, look at the figures. If there's 2 Wolverines on the shelf, look at them both. See which one's better. I never take my own advice. I see the first one I grab and I'm so excited I'm moving on. I don't sit there and compare, but I really should. But a very solid figure. Like I said, we're going to compare it to the X-Force version, which I absolutely love. There they are together. I don't know. This one's a little looser in the ab crunch than this one. This one is extremely tight joints across the board. Really appreciate that. It looks like the belt has some differences from this X-Force one, but everything else is the same outside of the coloring patterns. The heads are different too, obviously. But yeah, a solid figure. This Wolverine, I know some people say, we get too many Wolverines. I don't need any more Wolverines. Give me all the Wolverines in the world. He's my favorite character. I'll take a ton. But I totally get it. If you're over Wolverine, this is probably an easy pass for you. And I think Marvel Legends did a good thing here as not putting a Build-A-Figure piece with this Wolverine to make some people happy, because I could see people complaining, saying, well, I already have a brown suit Wolverine. Now I have to buy another one for the Build-A-Figure part. They took that out of your hands. There's no Build-A-Figure, so you can pass on this. The Marvel Legends team does a great job of thinking releases through with the fans, I feel. It goes back to that Marvel Legends wave, the last one I think we unboxed with the Stiltman. They put the extra Stiltman legs with the hand ninja. That's genius, because people want to build an army of hand ninjas. Now they can make that Stiltman even taller. Putting those together, great thought process, instead of, putting Stiltman legs with Miles Morales. Nothing against him, but people aren't building an army of Miles Morales. They are of the hand ninjas. So Marvel Legends team, talk about it all the time. I think they are on the cusp. I think they're doing some of the best work in the figure game, if not the best work in the figure game. So they're very much appreciated by me, and they should be from you as well. I'm sure he fits on a ringside collectible stand. I always say, save your money for your figures. Don't spend them on your stands. Ringsidecollectibles.com. Use discount code Kyle. Save yourself 10%. But bam, Marvel Legends. 99% of the Marvel Legends fit on these stands. They're cheap. They work really well. I know some people want to use NECA stands. Those things are like $10 a stand. Use these. You can get a 10-pack for $3.99. Deal of the day, got to get a deal. Spend your money on your figures, not your stands. RingsideCollectibles.com, discount code Kyle. So there it is. A very awesome Wolverine figure. A very awesome one. I love it. I'm biased. I admit it. I'm the first to admit it. But I love the looks of this one, especially with the old man head. I am torn what head to put on him. I think I'm going to actually display. I don't normally do this. I think I'm going to display him with his other head by him. And every once in a while, I'm just going to swap the heads. Just going to swap them out every once in a while. I'm not sure where I'm going to display these yet. Probably with my Age of Apocalypse figures. I think I'll split a shelf and have Age of Apocalypse on one side, House of X on the other side. Just kind of makes sense for me, but you never know. I get crazy sometimes with some of my displays. So we'll see where it goes, and we'll see if we'll get another line of these. But this is the non-build-a-figure piece. Like I said, the traditional Wolverine, as a lot of people like to say, but a solid pickup. You guys got to tell me in the comments, are you picking this one up, or is this a pass? Do you have enough brown suits that you don't need another one? I think there's enough differences here that make this one worthwhile to pick up. I got to think this will be at the top of my list, but once again, I'm biased. I'm a Wolverine lover out there, so I'm going to buy every Wolverine figure that comes through. But you guys tell me in the comments your thoughts. Don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and make sure you check out the channel. Make sure you're subscribed, turn the notification bell on, because I'm going to unbox this whole wave. You'll want to see the whole wave unboxed, and then every other Marvel Legends wave, and wrestling, and Turtles, and NECA, you name it. A lot going on in the channel, so make sure you're following along. But for Wolverine, I'm Kyle. See you guys all real soon.